Living in Boulder Vlog, August 3rd, 2020, Monday, 6:53 a.m. I ain't gotten to sleep last night, and I ain't tired neithers. I think I'm gonna get me some food before I go to sleep. Think I'm gonna go into the supermarket, Safeway, and get bacon. Fuck it. I'm gonna eat whatever the fuck you want, Mo. Those the rules. There's only two rules to getting back in shape when you're totally out of shape. Fat fuck like me. Um, Rule number one, don't ride until you wake up. So make sure that you sleep. Don't try to be up all day long. Then go on the ride at the end of your day because you'll get tired. Go on the ride when you wake up, no matter what time of day that is. And for me, that's in the mornings, or that's in the afternoon, like noon or 1 in the afternoon. And then, of course, I have to get ready or whatever. So that'll force, if I want to do a big ride, that forces me to be a night rider. But the other rule is eat whatever fuck you want and eat a lot, as much as you want. As much as you can. Eat as much as you possibly can. And, well, within reason, without going broke. I have serious money constraints. But also eat whatever you want. Doesn't matter. It's just whatever you feel like. And I feel like bacon, so I'm normally a vegetarian, but there ain't no rules now. Why do I want to eat bacon? I don't know. Something about me that wants the bacon. I trust my body. Anyway, so I think yesterday I did my vlog in the morning, so then I fell asleep. Not long after I did my vlog, because I'm pretty much like clockwork. I'm actually up extra late today. I have extra energy now for some reason. But I got up at like 12:30 and at 1 I went over to my mom's house. Yeah, because I was gonna. I think I went over there. She was gonna write me a check, and because she had some food. Oh yeah, and she fed me real good too. She gave me 2 pieces of pizza from yesterday's Papa Murphy's, and then a nice big bowl of salad. So I came home with a healthy brekkie, and then I think I had I did like organizational related things. Like I found my light. I couldn't. I was gonna try to do the ride without the light, but then I couldn't find my light, and then I looked in my backpack, the first place I should have looked, and it was there. So I'm back in business. Like I didn't do a ride night before last, because I couldn't find the light. I figured out how to have the bike light, the headlight on the bike. On the head, but it's too heavy on the helmet. But now I figured out how to put the headlight on the bike itself. I'm gonna fiddle with it with the rubber to see if I can have it hold steady. Because the Garmin light, the light only on low only lasts 6 hours. Or you could have a night blinking, which is 6 hours. Bright's only an hour and a half. So when I couldn't find that light, I bought another light. I ordered one on Amazon. It's not going to be here until August 23rd. It was only $100. I think it was like 150 before, so the price is going down a lot. A couple of, like last year, I got Apple earphones, $160. Now they're only $120. Everything's going down. I'm very pleased with that. So, amazing. Yeah. So basically, and then I wanted to do my Everesting attempt again on Flagstaff, take 2. First time I couldn't do it because my chain broke. So I go up there, and I wanted to, but then I was like, you know what? Because I rode up there, and I was like, let me make sure that, because the internet, I don't even know where they were. The internet said, I didn't even know where they were, but the internet said that there are water fountains at Chautauqua. So I went to Chautauqua to look for water fountains. I found 2 water fountains. One near the people were playing near the band over the restaurant, and then the other one near the museum. Both of them were switched off, maybe for COVID-19. Hopefully, it's for COVID-19 and not because they're lazy and think they don't have the money. Because it seems like for the last few years since I've been back in Boulder, the water fountains never work in the summer. It's like a third world country. But anyway, so I was like, okay, so I can't do the Everesting attempt on Flagstaff like this, just with my bike. I'm gonna go home and get my car. So I went home and I filled up a big water bladder so I could fill my water bottle up with the car, and I gathered my things and then I drove my car over to the bottom of the Flagstaff. And luckily, over right there right at the bottom of Flagstaff, you're allowed to park your car overnight in front of the houses. And you have to pay to park your car like from 11 to 5 p.m. I guess, but it's worth it to me to pay that. But maybe that'll just give extra reason um, to just start my rides when I try to Everest Flagstaff, to do it at night, because it's beautiful to do Flagstaff at night anyway, because you can see all the Front Range and Denver and Boulder lights and everything below you, and kind of illuminates the trees in front of you, and it's really pretty with all the rocks and hills. So if it's any road to do at night, it's Flagstaff. So, and it's good to do night rides because it's peaceful. It's different. It's just it's peaceful. And so, yeah, I went up there and yesterday I bought weed, and because I felt kind of empty inside. Physically I'm not back at it. So until I physically can feel the endorphins and the dopamine, I'm gonna smoke weed. So I smoked a bunch of weed in my car, and then I smoked weed before I went up the first time. I smoked a bunch of weed in my car, and then I rode up to the flagpole, and I went back down from the flagpole. And then on my way back down from the second climb, it was so crazy. It was not very far from the bottom. There's this little like parking area on the side where you could park the car. It's like barely big enough to park a car, and it's low enough where it's in the houses. The houses are actually, it's like we're at the limit of where the houses are, but it's where the houses are. And I stop, and there's some cars going slow, and I'm like, why are the cars going slow? And so they see this, and so I was like, oh look, it's a fox. Or there was this fox just like licking himself right there in the parking lot. So I park up next to him like 10 feet away, and I get out my phone, and lo and behold, Murphy's Law, every time it's fucked. Normally, when you hit the screen on my phone, you can just hit the button for video camera, and then you just hit video camera and you hit record and you go. This time you couldn't hit the icon for the video camera, so I had to like go back into the apps and flip around, find the app, and then hit it. And then it was like, "What do you want to do with the app?" No, get about open the app. So it opens the app, and then I have to switch over to. There's no video, and then I find switch over to the video, and then I hit record. Beep, I hit record. Oh, my roommate's up. So over and over again, a bunch of times doing my vlogs, when I hit record, it doesn't record because I always have to remember. I have to watch to get to the first second, right? Or else sometimes it makes the beep, or at least I think it makes the beep, but it gets stuck on 0, and so I talk and I forget to look at the top, and I don't see it moving. Anyway, I hear the beep. Whatever. Long story short, I didn't film it. I thought I filmed it, but at the end of it, I was like, "Whoa, look at that! I didn't fucking film it." Anyway, I'm filming this. Finally, I start filming, and I film in this little fox right in front of me. You don't see foxes very often, so I film the fox, and I get really. But right after I start filming, the fox kind of starts walking away from me. He doesn't want me hanging out with him so long because he's only like 10 feet away. So he walks up the mountainside, up a really steep cliff and kind of around, the edge. And I'm just zoomed in, like filming him the entire time. Like, this is awesome. I saw a fox. So I don't remember the last time I saw a fox. I mean, the last time I saw a fox was here on the ditch right here in Boulder. Skunk Ditch or whatever. I can't remember what it was called, but this was like 5 years ago. That was a beautiful fox, red fox. This fox was a little more brown, but anyway. And then I'm like, wow, that was awesome. And I zoom out and I look over and I see this black thing, like almost so close to the fox. I'm like, are you friends, or like what the fuck's going on here? And I'm like, is that a dog? It was a fucking bear cub. I saw a bear cub about the size of a golden retriever, or like a German shepherd. So then I'm like, okay, because it was pretty much right in the field of view as I'm filming the fox. So I just started filming the bear cub. And I filmed the bear cub walk across the mountain. Then it walks down this really steep cliff, and right in front of these cars, and those cars stop for it. Because I think the cars saw me first filming something, and they're like, what's he filming? And then, the bear cub just kind of walks across the street and then climbs over the guardrail and down into somebody's backyard. I was like, oh my God, that's so amazing. I got a freaking fox and a bear cub in the same video. How the fuck did that happen? And then I look, and it didn't record at all. So, anyway. And then I saw a fox later on that night in the road, and I see a bunch of deer too. I see this one deer in the same place right under where I saw the foxes, right there at Monkey Traverse. But right below Monkey Traverse, I see this deer like yesterday, last night, or the other night, and then last night. So I guess maybe it's the same deer. And also, the other time I was there a couple days ago, I saw a deer go by. I should have done the video of it. And then I saw the cub, the little fawn. But then the fawn went across the street, so I had to road up a little bit, and then the fawn crossed the street. But but then I went up. I managed to go up 4 times. No, 5 times. Yesterday I only managed to go up 4 times, almost 5 times till the chain broke. But then this time I went up. I went up 3 times, and I hung out in my car. Got high, really high, and I cracked open an energy drink. Before I went there, I bought 2 energy drinks and 2 Cliff Bars. So then I went up and I did 2 more laps. I did 3, and then I did 2 more. Did I do? Yeah. So I did 5. Yesterday I managed to do 4. Today I did 5. Because then I went up 5, and then I go down, and like my light, because I have a Garmin light in the front, which I found, and then I have my Garmin radar in the back. Is there? I started really late at night, and I started like 6:20, I think, in the evening, when I finally got around to getting out there, because it took me forever, because I get up so late. Went to my mom's house, had to organize, and then so then it got late, it got dark, and I actually thought it was an hour earlier than it was, but I turned on the light, and then the light's only on for like a half hour, 45 minutes. Then it's dim, and then as I'm going out, it seems like because it was like a full moon last night. So if the light goes out, you can still see. But I was zooming down Flagstaff, and I think my light had turned off, and I'm zooming around, and I get to the bottom, and then I'm going up, and I notice the light turns off, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I stop and I hit the button, and it won't turn back on. Same thing with my rear light, won't turn back on. So I'm like, all right, I have to abandon this. I'm not going to ride this without a light. It's crazy, because cars go up and down Flagstaff all night long too. Dangerous as hell. So I go back to my car and I go home, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I found out what happened was before, when I charged these lights, because I wasn't going to go out there without charging them. I charged them before all night long, and they were both at red. The light's red, and I just assumed that red light meant okay, stop charging. But then I did research, and red means there's a problem. Solid green means it's charged. So I went up there with uncharged lights. And so, yeah, I guess sometimes if you plug it in, it turns red, because if you plug it in when it's already hot from it being on, it won't charge, or some other reason. And the same thing with the radar. I don't know. So anyways, I plugged them in, and it did return red first time, but I plugged them until they were both flashing green, which means charging. So they flashed green, the radar for maybe an hour, and then my freaking regular light for like 3 hours, it was charging like that, and then finally charged, so it's charged. But I'm going to buy, I do have the order out. I'm going to still get the new light, so that I know that I have something that's overnight, because 6 hours isn't overnight, They should have invented a light that could do overnight. Anyway, but the combination between the 6 hours from that light and then the whatever hours I could get from the regular headlamp is enough. And I'm sure the light from a regular headlamp is enough light anyway. If I really wanted to, I just go slower if I have to. And then of course with those, you can have all the many extra AAA batteries as you want, replacements. So you don't have to worry about that. It's infinite time. So I think I'm good to do more on night riding. I'm relegated to only night riding now, because I'm such a nocturnalist. I don't sleep at night. So I'm gonna sleep tonight, and then when I get up, I'm gonna do Flagstaff again, and to Everest attempt it. But I did look at my time, like just my pacing, and it was like 4 hours and 8 minutes of riding, 5,600 meters of climb, or whatever, 5 laps. So, or how many it was, I don't even know what it was, but I calculated that I would have to ride for 4 hours and 45 minutes. 20 hours and 45 minutes at the rate that I was doing. And of course, I would go slower and slower. So it'd probably be like a 24-hour ride that I'd have to do in order to Everest Flagstaff, because I'm so fat and out of shape and slow. Like I'm the absolute slowest. I looked at the Strava, and I'm like second to slowest of this month. I'm like 3/4 of the way back and everything. I'm like 3 times slower than the fastest, so I'm like really slow. So if I'm gonna be able to Everest Flagstaff, I'm gonna have to do it faster. Either get my endurance up, or be able to go faster. So, or take it more seriously where I'm lighter. Because like I did because I'm so high, I'm like ahead of myself. Like with the lights and everything, and I I had my wallet with me for the first 3 laps. Forgot to take my wallet out of my jacket, my jersey, and then I forgot to take the bag off my bike. So I could have taken that off my bike because I don't have to have like flat changing gear. If I get a flat in my comms, I'm gonna give up on my comm anyway. So I'll just like walk down, or not my comm, my Everesting. So I'll just walk down with the flat. It doesn't really matter. I don't have to carry that with me the whole time. I'm sure that even though it's not that much weight, it's a weight saved that's enough, at least mentally, to help me. So I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't, but I did that. I don't see myself getting a flat on Flagstaff anyway. The road's in really good shape. So I gonna recharge and give it another try. So I'm lighter now than I was last time I weighed myself, maybe 5 days ago or whatever. I was 194 pounds, and now I'm 187 pounds. That's a reduction of 7 pounds. So that I'm back to 187 pounds is the lightest I've been since I started riding. I remember back in winter time, I was doing riding like for like a couple, like in February when I first got a time trial bike. I was riding every day for like 2 weeks before I freaked out and started working on my website for 2 months for the ancient history timeline. And it was other things I was doing, and then I relapsed the ancient history. I relapsed for like 3 months or something or more. But I got down to 187 pounds. So 187 pounds is the absolute lightest I'm in. I've been that twice. So, but anyways, now that I'm excited because now I'm starting to lose weight. First, I gained weight a little bit. I was 192 when I started. I went up to 195, just because even though I was burning fat, I gained muscle. Now I went down to 187. So I think I'm going to continue to go down in weight. So yeah, I mean today I'm excited to do the Everesting and Flagstaff when I get up today. Maybe I'm getting a little bit weaker, slower, or maybe I can get stronger. I don't even know. So I think because I'm not tired at all, I'm gonna go over and buy bacon right now and try to have a big breakfast. That's the most important thing right now, is to make sure I eat enough, because my appetite is really small. But I think right now my appetite, I can feel it maybe kicking up a little bit. So I'm like still right at the beginning of my riding, really fat, out of shape. I uploaded a video a photo, because I wanted to show my wounds on Instagram, and I look all fat in it. So it's good. It's like a before and after photo that I can do. I'm glad I did it. I'm trying to talk my fiance Kirsten and do that too, but she's a little bit more self-conscious than I am. Anyway, so enough talking. 17 minutes 37 seconds. When I do my video next time, I guess tomorrow morning, hopefully I will be talking about doing a little bit farther. I don't think I'm physically capable of doing Everesting on Flagstaff, but maybe I can get up to like half of it or whatever, ride for 12 hours. So I can ride for 12 hours, I'd be really happy. That'd be like maybe maybe I can do like half of an Everesting, I don't know. So anyways, I'm gonna keep doing it, but I'm pretty sure I can do it Everesting this summer, maybe even if it's only a month or at the end of the summer. And that'd be a good little confidence boost and all that. All right, talk to you later.